He's a self-proclaimed acclaimed apostle and leads a major church in Mexico that has branches here in Los Angeles. Now he's facing human trafficking and child rape charges.
Is a recession on the way? We will break down a new economic forecast from UCLA that paints a not-so-rosy picture.
Actor Rainn Wilson is calling out the racism in his LA neighborhood after a noose was found in a friend's front yard.
Live from ABC 7, this is Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm Philip Palmer along with Leslie Sykes and Brandy Hitt. And Kimmy Evans is in this morning for Leslie Lopez. And we start with a little June gloom again.
We sure do. Yeah, check this out. Oh my gosh, really soupy out there this morning. Long Beach coming in at 61 degrees. Winds about 3 miles an hour. And here's what we've got for you. So starting in the 60s for downtown LA, Orange County, IE Valley spots, a lot of cloud cover, low clouds, fog. That's the story for the day. And then it does burn off pretty quickly for us, kind of like yesterday, getting into the low 70s by lunchtime, 80 for the IE Valley spots. Take a look. Even into the evenings, we're staying on the warmer side for us. Beach communities, we had a tough time clearing yesterday. And today could be similar. Some beaches clearing, but places like Malibu, probably not. You may not see sunshine for a few days. Mountains, 51 to get your day going, getting into the 70s at 94 for our high deserts. Let's take a look at traffic now with Scott Reif in Air 7 HD. Good morning, Scott.
Yeah, good morning. You know, that 91 freeway eastbound towards Pioneer is still heavy. It's getting better, though. All lanes opened up on that big crash, 91 freeway eastbound at Pioneer. We came out to the 105 freeway and the 110. There was an accident reported 105 west of Vermont. If it was here, it cleared. This is about normal, maybe a little heavier than normal on the 105 freeway westbound starting right at the 110. Boy, if you're eastbound, look how great that drive is. So Imperial Highway's right there on the right. We can bring up Sky Map 7 and show that for a moment. It parallels the 105 freeway on the north side. That's always a great alternate if you want to try that over to Crenshaw and then hop back on the West 105. Let's go to a map 5 southbound at the 605. Really tough spot for a problem. There's really not much of a center divider there. The problem being pushed into that left lane, and we are seeing a slowdown now. Southbound 5 out of Commerce down towards the 605 freeway interchange. Philip, Leslie?
Okay. Scott, thank you. A leader of a church with congregations here in LA is under arrest this morning on a long list of charges, including human trafficking and child pornography.
Eyewitness News reporter John Gregory is live at one of the church's locations in East LA. John, what do you know?
And Leslie, the Light of the World Church claims to have 1 million followers around the world, and this morning many of those followers wondering about their leader. Joaquin Garcia taken into custody on Monday at LAX. State Attorney General Javier Becerra filing 26 charges against him, including human trafficking, production of child pornography, and rape charges as well. Several other members of the congregation were arrested with him at the time. The church is based out of Guadalajara, Mexico, and that's where some worshipers were praying for their leader. Church officials say the charges are not true, that their leader will be proven innocent. Garcia is actually from the Los Angeles area originally. His grandfather started the church. Bail's been set at $25 million. Church leaders say they should have somebody here this morning, probably around 8 a.m., to talk to us about the charges. We're live in East Los Angeles. John Gregory, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, John, thank you. President Trump is among the many world leaders commemorating the 75th anniversary of D-Day today. The President and First Lady Melania just met with veterans from the Allied forces in southern England within the past half hour. The military invasion is remembered as a turning point of World War II, helping rescue Europe from Nazi Germany in 1944. President Trump and the First Lady also just said goodbye to the Queen, who hosted their state visit. The President heads to Ireland later today. President Trump's plan to impose tariffs on Mexican imports is facing some opposition from Senate Republicans. They're meeting with Mexican officials this week in Washington, and they hope to get the president to abandon his idea. The 5% tariff on all goods imported from Mexico is set to start on Monday. In the face of those tariffs, Mexico's president is calling for continued friendship with the U.S.
Meantime, new this morning, some analysts are warning a recession is coming to California despite optimism from others. The latest UCLA Anderson forecast was just released a few hours ago, and it reveals slow residential investment and construction are signs of a weak outlook, and it says that the state's rapid job growth and full employment are also slowing down. Experts say the chances of a recession in the year after next are between 24 and 83%, which is a pretty wide margin there, with less construction and poor retail sales expected.
Police say 3 people are hurt after a chase ended in Long Beach. Officers say it started when they tried to pull over a suspected DUI driver just after midnight. You can see several cars were involved in the crash, where it ended near 6th Street and Long Beach Boulevard just before 1 o'clock this morning. Police say there are no major injuries and the driver is now in custody.
Another driver has serious injuries after crashing his Lamborghini in Calabasas. Happened in an upscale community near Las Virgenes Road around 8 last night. The driver had to be airlifted to the hospital. The Lamborghini, you could see, was badly damaged, slammed into a tree and spun across the road. Police are hoping a $5,000 reward will help them catch the woman who left a man seriously injured in a hit and run. They say you saw the suspect's picture there. It was taken from a surveillance camera. The crash happened on Hollywood Boulevard just east of Vermont, May 19th. Police say the woman was driving a blue Honda Accord. There's her picture right there. The victim has a broken leg, will need reconstructive surgery on his knee.
You know him as Dwight from The Office. Actor Rainn Wilson has shared an image on Instagram of a noose placed in his friend's front yard in the LA area. Wilson says his friend and his friend's sister both live in the home and are African American. He says police shook off the racist gesture and claimed it wasn't a big deal. Wilson also says many people are in denial about racism in America, but this is an example of what hate looks like. And happening today, arraignment is expected for Stan Lee's former business manager, Kia Morgan. Morgan is charged with elder abuse, accused of stealing money from Lee and falsely imprisoning him. He was arrested in Arizona over the weekend before being extradited to California. Morgan pleaded no contest in a separate case to making a false report of an emergency and was placed in a diversionary program.
LA County has upped its commitment to all-gender restrooms. The Board of Supervisors voted yesterday to make all-gender restrooms available in all new county buildings and any remodels. All existing single-occupancy restrooms have already been converted to all-gender facilities in accordance with state law.
Pollution in Los Angeles, that's nothing new, but some at City Hall have had enough. Now today, Councilman Paul Koretz is introducing a new law banning parked vehicle idling in LA as part of his Clean Skies, Clear Lungs campaign. 8 states have already banned parked vehicle idling, which contributes about 3 million tons of CO2 annually to the atmosphere in California alone. LA is also ranked as the most ozone polluted metropolitan area in the United States.
Oh boy, good morning everyone. I'm meteorologist Kimmy Evans. Well, this doesn't look much better. We are looking at June gloom. To get your day started, a lot of fog out there. The marine layer pretty thick, about 1,700 feet right now, and it's going to take a little while to clear because we have a pretty strong onshore push. Burbank coming in at 60 degrees, 90% for the humidity. And boy, even in Long Beach, look at that, 60, you really can't see much. So looking a little dicey out there. But the good news, it is clearing quickly for us, kind of like what we saw yesterday. 66 degrees to get your day going in the IE, into the 70s by 10 a.m. and noon. Looking at 80 degrees, but into the mid-80s between 2 to 4 p.m., and we might even see a bump right around 3 p.m., so that could get a little bit warmer yet. Now, as we head on out to the valleys, also starting in the 60s, getting to about 81 degrees right around 2 p.m., and again, a little warmer than that for your 3 o'clock hour. Looking good, too, by 6 p.m. at about 77 degrees. I'll have your full forecast soon, but for now, I'll send it back over to you guys.
Okay, thanks much. Coming up, Bernie Sanders is getting ready to take on Walmart.
Plagiarism on the campaign trail. Joe Biden's campaign is on the defense this morning and making changes to policy plans.
And an update on the puppies seized from a home of a woman accused of tossing other puppies into a dumpster. See how they're recovering thanks to a local nonprofit.
Hey, good morning, folks. We are over Alhambra near 7 HD. Look at it, it's 10 westbound. That's the drive coming at you at the top of your screen. You know, it's a little slow on the West 10 out of El Monte. Not too bad. We had a little accident here that cleared. The 91 freeway eastbound is still a bit slow towards that bad crash at Pioneer, but they did open up all lanes. We'll be right back.